We are live.
Hey, what's up? Another night.
Welcome, folks. Yes. Welcome,
Another
folks,
night of
to
cry out loud. Here we are. Another
episode four.
episode.
Crying
Yeah,
out loud. Episode,
we, there's so much to talk about. We had to get right back at it.
oh, most
It's, uh,
definitely.
Me and Pops,
Most,
we like to we ain't slackers. When we care about
at all.
shit, we get it done. And I can vouch for that.
And tonight we're going back over these Epstein files. We're over here on Reddit tonight.
Yeah, so I gotta
And
ask you, Pops. You said the Epstein files were bullshit, which like some if you weren't so big, I would have been pissed. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, they're bullshit, all right. But we were working, so I didn't. I let it go. And now, what do you think, dude? What do you think, honestly, about these Epstein files? You think they're bullshit, or at least have you come around to that? At least
mm,
thinking
no,
this is some fucked up
I
shit.
mean, look, look what they've been doing. So when we looked at the Epstein files, we noticed that a lot of things, a lot of names was redacted. So obviously they're protecting some people. So there's some things that's not out there, but I mean, there's some
Yeah,
things that's out there as well. I mean, it's just it's weird. It's just some weird. It's a weird situation. It's a
yeah,
weird
yeah.
case.
It is, and honestly, bro, I've been asking Grok a lot of questions, and she still will make excuses about Epstein and fucking anything that is not on a conspiracy level. Like they will blow holes in your conspiracy, my conspiracy. And honestly, it almost makes me believe them. But I know these sources, like apparently AI can be written to be slanted towards like Democrats or Republicans. Like ChatGPT will favor Democrats over Republicans because they own this shit. So like it's like they're putting out biased news, they're putting out biased things, so biased information.
Yeah,
But
they are.
so yeah, let's take a look at what you got for tonight for us to watch together in our viewing time. I just want to thank
All
you
right,
for
so we're
digging up some info here, and let's see what you
all
found
day.
today. Yeah, let's see what you
Okay, so
found
it
today.
says,
What kind of real estate you got? What are we working with?
right. So it says we've done it. We now host the entire Epstein files on our own server, so anyone can easily navigate between them. 3,200 videos and 5,097.000 PDFs. I'm assuming that's a large number. But anyway, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what they're
Yeah,
saying.
what's great is those videos that I catch on Instagram. They will put the the number of the file right there, so you can
Hmm.
go and check it yourself. You know what I mean? Plus, it's on the screen with them when they're talking about it too. But I do like that. Let's make it easier. Like, hey, if you're gonna say Bill Clinton was in there or Bill Gates was in there, just put down the file number so everybody can go check it out, because there's not a lot of people that don't want to believe that people can be so evil or be involved with some crazy trafficking child shit. Oh, and I asked Grok today, and I thought of you because you're right. Trump might not have a lot of power to control like what's going on in the world as far as war. He does have power over that. You said it yourself. He's the executive, he's in charge of the military and everything.
Yep,
But
chief executive.
but
Yep.
uh, but he is the executive. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Like these other people, they got power too, and yeah. So let's go through the Epstein files.
All right. So let's see what they're
Yeah,
saying over here. Let's see what they're saying.
yeah,
or another man and woman or another man or woman may consider to be unusual. Said, but correct me if I'm wrong, please, that you don't recall seeing there being any picture, a 3x5 names of any of the girls who came to give massages on or another man and woman or another man.
We're back on the video record at 1:15 p.m.
Though her testimony is exactly does not. My attorneys have counseled me that today, at least, I have to assert my Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, and 14th Amendment rights under the U.S. Constitution.
What is that? Epstein playing tennis naked? What is that
I don't know. This is part of the files. So this is part of the files, actually. So somebody's going through it.
Oh, there's a
Someone
lot
just
of
going
people.
through this.
There's a lot of people going through it, and that Cancel My Clothing line with Ian Carroll. He produced with 3 other friends an app that uses AI and just has the Epstein files in it, and then the sources where that information came from. So they're really digging deep into this whole Epstein shit. What? Because they don't like to report on fake news. They are like you. I'll throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. But you like to make sure that we're not slandering anybody. I don't care
Understood.
because I don't care because I'm broke and they can't sue me for shit. You know what I mean? But you got morals, dude. Still, so I appreciate that about you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, we never know. You never know what's gonna happen with this.
Oh, I know.
It's
It's
crazy.
just some of this shit is just way too evil. And there's just enough evil out there in the files to make me feel like the other evil shit is actually real too. You know what I mean? Like the shit is dark, dude. Like Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah,
saying that 40 pounds of flesh or 70 pounds of flesh in a week. That's what I wanted to say. Grok says it's not illegal to eat people in the United States, except for in Ohio, where it carries a 14-year sentence. The rest of the country, you can eat people in survival situations, and you can eat people if you didn't kill them. So it says if you killed somebody to eat them, then the stuff doesn't go away ever. But if you didn't kill them and you just ate them, it goes away after 5 or 10 years. Cannibalism or something. I don't know, dude. This shit is mind
wow,
blowing. What Grok has to say sometimes. Dude. I called her baby, and
crazy.
she
Crazy.
got all sweet on me. Dude. I was like, "Hey, baby." I was like,
But look at
"Well,
this. Look at this. Look at this.
yeah,
Look,
yeah."
check it out. You got Epstein with police uniforms in his closet,
Oh my god, dude! Are you serious?
and
Holy
yeah,
shit!
it says Epstein has police uniforms in his closet.
Yeah, I mean, the guy had access to everything. The amount of money he was bringing in. I saw an Epstein drug list. It had every single drug on there, like top notch shit, dude. From ketamine in a bottle to powdered hydrochloride to 3 different kinds of blow. And they called it the 500 Club. You couldn't buy anything unless you spent $500 or more on drugs, and it had everything from painkillers, Xanax, everything, like name brand too. No
Peep
bullshit.
this. Look what it
Yeah.
says here. It says this is
What?
a media request to Jeffrey Epstein, and it's to a Professor
Okay.
Dershowitz. It says,
Okay.
"I'm writing this article about a Palm Beach police investigation of Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. His lawyer Jack Goldenberg is on vacation and cannot be reached. Would you be able to comment on his behalf?" Wow. And then they left a question. So it says, my questions are as follows. Did Mr. Epstein engage, as alleged in the police affidavit, in sexual activity with any minor or molest any minor or solicit sex from any minor? Did Mr. Epstein solicit prostitution as charged? Did investigators working on behalf of Mr. Epstein or his attorneys harass or make contact with potential witnesses in either of the above cases? Did the investigators pose as police officers? Did you attempt to discredit the reliability of potential witnesses prior to or during the grand jury hearing? So this is somebody just basically shooting questions at a I think they said it was a professor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Professor
Yep.
Dershowitz.
But
This
a
is
lot of times these guys are in so deep they can't answer the questions or they'll wind up unalived, dude. You know?
yeah,
Like
it's
Hil
crazy.
like Hillary. You fuck with Hillary, dude. You will end up with 3 bullet shots and they'll declare it as a suicide. You know? The
Oh
the
wow.
last the
Hold
last
up. So
yeah,
Alan,
yeah.
I think look, the professor responded. So this professor responded says Mr. Epstein took and passed an extensive lie detector test. The girls making the allegations of police impersonation refused to do so when asked by the state to do so under oath. The girls admitted that they had lied. Mr. Epstein had pled not guilty, and the charge does in no way suggest a minor was involved. Put them on notice. Both the state and the grand jury did not believe the girls. Wealthy people are targets. Bounce your ideas off Jerry. Wow,
Yeah,
wait a minute, yo. What?
how slanted is that, bro? That's like that's totally slanted toward Epstein's been convicted of sex crimes before, like in 2008 or whatever. Like he got convicted. He didn't do shit for time.
That's
They let him
bananas, bro.
they let him right out, bro. And then this guy went on to be involved in all this shit, all this blackmail and fucking whatever else, child trafficking, fucking you name it, you know. Oh, impregnating women and then like making them have his baby and fucking like supposedly, you know the Jungle Boys, those rappers with the
No, you're talking
tattoos,
about
with the
not the Jungle
tattoo.
Boys. You're talking about Island Boys. You're talking about the Island
Island
Boys.
Boys. Yeah, the Island
Yeah.
Boys are supposedly Epstein's kids, dude.
Get out of here.
Dude, there's just
Get out of here. He said
that's one of the things
Epstein's
flying
kids.
around. That's one of the things. Believe me, I'll be looking for proof of that one. Just like I found the proof of Michelle Obama dancing on the Ellen DeGeneres show with her fucking huge cock flopping around, dude. I sent you that video. You probably didn't even look at it. I'm pretty sure. Are you just told me yes or no? You know? But like there's a German shepherd that tilts his head after the penis is flopping around, dude. So yeah, you got to take a look at that one
That's
in the
crazy.
notes. Yeah, yeah. I know you didn't believe me on
I
that one
don't think
either.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
think Michelle Obama's
Mike
playing
Robinson. Mike Robinson was her name, and now she's Michelle Obama.
Mike
And
Robinson.
yeah, in fucking Obama in an
You said
interview.
Mike Robinson. You
Yeah,
said
Mike
Mike Robinson is
Robinson.
Michelle Obama's name.
She was
Okay. Now we got to do some
born as Mike Robinson. That's what she was born as.
let's do some research on that.
Go
Mike
ahead. It's
Robinson.
gonna be scrubbed.
Come
It's
on.
gonna be scrubbed. How about just look at the fucking her dancing and her cocks flying around, dude. I know that's not your thing. You definitely don't like cock, but it's pretty. Joan Rivers said everybody knows Michelle Obama's a man, and she wound up dead within a couple months after that, dude. Did you know that?
So Mike Robinson is actually Michelle Obama's brother.
Okay.
So that's who Mike
Well,
Robinson is.
okay. Well, I mean, I
Mike
don't know.
Robinson.
I'm gonna have to look into it myself. I don't have another device to get into it, but I will.
Well, let me
I'm
see.
sure.
Let me.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's put in Michelle Obama. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that. Michelle Obama. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's see
You
what
know
the
what
DA has to say. What is
ask?
not.
Yeah. I would ask if fucking
Yeah, you could add information and take information off.
Joe, ask if Joan Rivers ever said everybody knows Michelle Obama is a man, and see what comes back because that's on tape. No AI.
Yeah, I know.
Just during
No,
during an interview.
I know.
You know.
I heard
Yeah.
her say it. I heard her say it.
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
she
And
said
then
it. I
and
remember when she said
find
it.
out
Yeah,
the day
Fitzgerald
that
on the
she
show.
said that, and then find out the day that she died, and I'll bet you they're very close in proximity.
All right, so she doesn't have a brother named Michael. She has a brother named Craig Robinson.
Yeah,
Is her
I'm
brother.
telling you, there's a guy that dated Mike Robinson before she became Michelle Obama, and fucking he's come forward and stuff. So I don't know whether you believe it or
Didn't
not.
say anything about that.
I sent you the pictures
Michelle Vaughn Robinson.
of her dancing, dude. I
Okay,
mean,
but now they got the girl with look. So how does
yeah,
she have? So listen. So where does
yeah.
this early life and education come from then? If she's a made up person and if she was a boy, something crazy, that wouldn't be hard to figure out, my dude. Like I think
That
Joan
wouldn't
Rivers
be
is.
hard.
I
That
mean, like,
wouldn't be
look,
hard. Yeah,
Joan Rivers is definitely not someone who was credible in media, and at the same time, me personally, I don't know how
yeah,
you look at
yeah,
celebrities, but I
yeah,
don't look
yeah.
at celebrities take their word like that, like it's golden. Celebrities lie all the time, and they're not the
Yeah.
smartest people.
Yeah,
Celebrities
and
and
they
athletes are not the smartest
they
people.
they
So
they do probably know a little bit more about what the things that go on in Hollywood are. Like even the musicians, like Pink Floyd sings "We don't need no more education," and they got kids in the video dropping into a meat grinder, dude. And what do the Jews say all the time? They're feeding the goyim their own people, and like that was in the video from the 80s. I don't know when that song came out. Pink Floyd, The Wall. We don't need no more education. I'm pretty sure I was like fucking 10 years old, 86 or something. So, but
yeah,
yeah.
brother.
And then the Red Hot Chili Peppers talk about how like the elite get rich and all this shit. They were singing about this shit in the fucking 90s before Epstein was even a thing, dude. So this shit's been going on, and anybody that thinks that it's not going to go on anymore is crazy, dude. They might have taken a break because the block got hot, but they are definitely going to be selling kids again. That's a fact. 200,000 kids go missing in West Virginia, like every year, and I don't know, dude. Like, where do they go? Where the fuck do all these kids go that disappear? I know where. In your McDonald's and in your Burger King. Yeah, that's where they go.
It is crazy how fast food restaurants never run out of their products.
I know. I know. Uh,
All these chicken restaurants, like how like there's not even that many chickens in the world. Like
Dude,
all these
and
chicken
beef
restaurants.
too. And beef too. McDonald's serves like 6 million patties a day. Like they would have to kill 150 cattle a day. There's just no way, dude. That's
Possible,
not
right?
even. It's impossible. It's just like the COVID vaccines too. They fucking said, "Oh, we're producing one every second." Even if they did that, there was no way they were gonna pump out the amount of vaccines that they spread across the world and injected into people. You know. So like
Yeah.
this shit don't add up. That's why people can call people conspiracy theorists. Anybody that I feel like is out there looking for the truth, you're not a conspiracy theorist. You just want to know. You want to know if your gut is right or if your brain is off a little bit. You know. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's
these
crazy.
Epstein files have really fucked people's heads up, dude. I'm getting, yeah, people yelling at me about the left and the right, dude. I'm like, it's not about the left or right. It's about us against them. Like if you don't get that, then just fucking unfriend me.
Yeah, they both wings off the same bird. The left and the right is
Yes,
both wings
yeah,
off the same
right,
birds.
exactly. That's a perfect way of putting it. So, we're arguing over the left wing or the right wing when really it's all the same shit. It's a bird trying to take us out, dude. You know, at least the middle class, like they want the poor to live, you know, because we'll work for slave wages, but they don't want the middle class anymore. It's,
at all.
at all. That's brutal. It's brutal, dude. It's
It
brutal.
is.
Yeah. I hope people wake up. You know, that's what I would have been really nice about these Epstein files is if they just were like more transparent. Like Trump said he was gonna show the Epstein files. He also said we weren't going into any new wars. He said the
Yeah.
price of gas would be down. He gave
All
tax.
politicians. So listen. So all
Yeah,
politicians run on a certain ticket. So they're not.
yeah.
They're making like basically what they're doing is making like suggestions. And none of them can guarantee like this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen.
But doesn't he own the
None of them can
House and the
predict the
Senate
future.
and he's the president? Like if you own all three, I thought you get a lot. I thought you get anything you want unless it's totally like nuclear war or something, you know?
What about this kid? That kid that got kicked out the NBA for talking about Pride Week and Pride Month or whatever. I think it was Pride Month they have an NBA. What they have?
Oh, really? You got
Something like
kicked
that.
out? I
Yeah.
didn't see that. I
Yeah.
did not see that. No shit.
Yeah. This kid, Jaden Ivey, he got kicked
That's
out of the NBA.
that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw the other guy got from Alabama got charged with weed charges. Alabama weed is like crack down there, dude. Like they fucking don't mess around, you know.
Yeah.
It-
It's
it-
illegal out there. Yeah, it's illegal.
it's way illegal, like way illegal. They'll still put
They'll
you in
give you a
jail
year.
for
They'll put you in jail for a year.
couple joints, dude. They'll put you in jail for like a year. Some people, you know.
Yeah, they'll put you in jail for a year.
And they're racist down there. So, like, you know, same with New
Well,
Orleans,
that's
too.
crazy. So
You
look
know?
how crazy that is. Remember when we was in Alabama? That's crazy
Yeah.
because we were seeing a bunch of black cops though. So how are they so racist? We were seeing black
Well,
cops, but it
yeah.
does have a rich history. I know there's that's where Dr. Martin Luther King had the march on Birmingham. So it does have that's that particular um town, Birmingham, has a rich history with Martin Luther King marching there and everything like that. So
I would think it's not as racist as it used to be back in when Martin Luther King was alive. But I do know a friend that like went to school in Alabama. You know him too. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still pretty racist down there. You know, it's just not in front of everybody. They're not. I heard that the Ku Klux Klan somewheres down south showed up, and then they showed up in the hood and they got killed, dude. Like three of them. It's, yeah,
crazy shit.
you can't just fly your flags anywheres. You know, that is crazy shit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Mm. Oh, what else? What else? Oh man, this war with Iran.
yeah. So look. No. Let's look
Let's
into
get
the
back.
situation with the kid.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do it.
with the with the kid being released from the NBA because his views on the on what is it, the LGBT community.
Okay.
Citing the league's quote unrighteousness end quote.
Listen.
Ivy has been active on social media lately, vocalizing his religious views. Ivy's mother, Niele, is the head women's basketball coach at Notre Dame, right up the road at South Bend. Stephen A., what do you make of the Bulls' decision here to waive Jaden Ivey?
It's perfectly within their right to do so. I've only met Jaden Ivey once or twice. I liked him. I met him when he was drafted. His parents were there, obviously. It's one of those situations, I think, and this is why I wanted to tackle this subject, because I want to make a point that's very, very important. People have their different views. And on First Take, especially, as long as I'm here, we're not going to sit up here and ostracize anybody. People are entitled to be conservative. They're entitled to be liberal. They're entitled to be, independent, whatever side of the aisle you lean towards, whatever your religious beliefs or what have you, that's fine. But what's needed in terms of the message that's being conveyed, what's needed to be brought across is that just as I said, those individuals have that right, so do the Bulls organization or any organization. They have a right to be picky about who they want representing their brand and their product, as does the NBA. The NBA, the
And I want to pause it right there because
Yeah, how do you feel?
I'm
How
one
do
of
you
those people
feel?
that strongly believe
How do you
that,
feel about that?
that
I don't
believe in,
know. Yeah, I believe in freedom of speech,
yeah,
and
well, I feel like this. I
yeah,
feel like this. Yeah, I believe in freedom of speech as well. But now this is the issue that arises though. He has
yeah,
freedom of speech and he can do whatever he wants to do. But he has to understand he has an employer. He's an employee. They
right.
have the right to say what type of people they want dealing with their association. And
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have any argument in it. And then he probably could say, well, they discriminating against him. He might have.
Oh,
He
he's
might have.
got a.
I mean,
He might have a case.
legally,
He
it
might
might
have.
be a situation.
Yeah, he might have a case, civil
But I
case.
don't see. I don't see where he has any merit because they have a right, being that this is their league, so they have a right to
It's
pick
true.
who they want to be in the league.
It's
So
true. I
there's
feel
only a
like
few
if you're
spots in the league anyway. So
if you're gonna be professional like he is, then yeah, he's getting a paycheck. His bosses can tell him, "Hey, we don't want that voiced, or at least start with that." But hey, did you see that guy, Tyler or whatever, that shot Charlie Kirk supposedly from the roof and took apart the gun and all that with a 360, which would have blown Charlie
say
Kirk's
that
head
again.
right off. The kid that's on trial for the Charlie Kirk killing.
Oh, so that Charlie Kirk trial is going on now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's in trial, and the bullet doesn't match up with the bullet that was in the autopsy. Well, no shit, because he didn't do it, dude. I don't know if you're familiar with the Charlie Kirk thing, but he was taking a lot of money from Israel, and then he was also preaching he didn't want war with Iran or Muslims. And, some people think that the Zionists or the CIA or Mossad took him out. Or Egypt. They even said Egypt killer contractors might have done it. And Candace Owens is all over that shit. She was his partner.
Yeah, it
And
might have,
he,
I think it was a crazy gunman. But I want to get back to the I want to get back to
okay. Next
the
time.
NBA
Next
thing.
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
we could touch back. We could let's flip flop.
okay.
Let's
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah. I like it. I
Let's
like it.
let
So,
me finish.
so,
Let me finish with the NBA. Let me finish the NBA. So the
yeah.
NBA in the
Yeah.
NBA, there's only like about 500. It says 572 players. There's only
Okay.
570. So it's about 600 spots in less than 600 players in the NBA. So and there's thousands and thousands and thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of players that want to play in the NBA or think they can.
Absolutely. They can easily let this guy go, and he can be
Exactly.
serving fries to people at McDonald's next week.
So for him posting on social media, and then he goes to social media to post his comments, or your comments
Yeah.
are gonna get out. And then this is a new day and age where social media is so popular that a comment that you make could go viral, and that's exactly what happened. His comment actually went viral. He actually can make
Yeah.
him some money off this. He should start his own little podcast or something like that.
Yeah. The thing is, nobody's gonna
Do what he
fucking
does.
pay it. Nobody's gonna pay attention to him now after this.
Yes, they
You
will.
know?
They definitely
Well,
will.
we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't think I don't think he's gonna. I mean, yeah, they'll pay attention for a little while, but like, what makes him special that he's gonna, you know, he's gonna,
no,
he's
because he's
gonna,
gonna have. Hey, look what he's gonna have. You're gonna
what?
have, like in any case, you have people
Yeah,
who's gonna support you, and then you have people who's gonna be against you. So
yeah,
that's what it is. It's like some people are gonna be for it, some people are gonna be like, oh, hell with this guy. Some people are gonna be like, no, you know what? He's right. So some people are gonna support him, and then he
yeah.
gotta
Oh, yeah.
use those support
You're
to
right.
do what he
You're right.
does.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely people that hate gay people out there, you know. So I'm sure he'll scoop up a lot of haters on his podcast. So,
Yep.
but yeah, well, I mean, yeah, well, good luck to him. He's not gonna have a job either way. So, like, you know, I mean, that's got to be a nightmare. You're making NBA money, and then now you're not making NBA money anymore. You're not even making any money. You know, nobody's gonna scoop him up for commercials unless the Nazis win or something and do hate
Yep.
commercial or something. And he'll be a martyr. Man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't find it bad that they fired him. I do find the NFL, these commissioners, to be pretty tight ass. Like, they will let people go if they don't agree. Like, look at Kaepernick, dude. Taking a knee at the flag. They wanted him
The
gone.
thing is this. The thing is this. The whatever
Yeah.
sport you choose, that's your career. So if you wanted to get into politics, then you get into politics. But politics and
Yeah.
sports don't mix. So you
Yeah,
can't
man.
you can't
I don't think
do
I don't think anybody could disagree with that statement right there.
I don't
You
think you
know.
can do both, man. Politics and sports they don't go together. It's not like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
either does even music and politics, dude.
In politics
With
either.
po- nothing goes with politics. That's why my parents always taught me, don't talk about politics or religion. You know.
That's why Bob Marley he wouldn't pick a side because they had the same situation in Jamaica and the politics and it
Oh,
was like one
really?
side,
Yo,
yeah.
what's crazy? You mentioning that? I always heard he died from some foot shit. Like, he didn't go to the hospital because he didn't believe in doctors, and his
No,
foot.
he did die from that, but I'm not talking about
Oh,
how he died. I'm talking about like the way he
uh,
saw his political views. He wasn't
yeah.
taking a side. Yeah, he wouldn't pick a party.
Did
He would
Israel want him on his side, or what was the sides that wanted him? Do you
No, it
know?
was two different parties in Jamaica. It was
Oh,
talking
okay.
politics in Jamaica, but it was two different sides. But both of the
Yeah.
sides were like, warlords. Both of the
Oh,
sides
so
were
it
like, they
wasn't.
had warlords.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
the United States then. It was definitely
yeah.
not the
Because in
United.
Jamaica, no, because in Jamaica the politics is a whole lot different. It was in Jamaica,
Yeah.
but it was the same thing. It was, it was politicians. They wanted him to take a side, and they tried to get him to like support a certain party and things like that. And he just wasn't
Yeah.
with it, and he
Yeah.
actually got
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
He actually got fucking shot.
Charlie Kirk, the same shit, man. He did not want to fucking. He wasn't down with what they wanted, the narrative that they wanted him to talk about.
Yeah,
So they took him out, dude. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
man.
know. And you know what's weird is that none of that shit got investigated. Like, he was supposed to be like Donald Trump Barron's son, like best friend. After the fucking murder, there was like, man, I, if somebody killed you and I became president, like, 3 months before that, there'd be a fucking hell of an investigation to figure out who did what, Or if I got shot in the ear
So,
if I got shot in the ear while I was doing a speech, I know they killed the
mhm.
assassin or whatever, but I mean, I'd want to know more about it, dude. And I don't know. I've seen Trump's ear, and it doesn't look scarred at all from like a bullet shot. So I'm starting to believe that was just phony WWF shit. You know.
All right,
I
so
don't.
we on Charlie Kirk now. All right, so yeah, so look, they said the bullet.
Yeah.
The ATF couldn't conclusively connect the bullet. This is what the lawyers are saying. Lawyers for accused Charlie Kirk assassin are saying that that the ATF can't conclusively match the bullet. And this is from
I,
the Hill. I
Yeah,
don't know how.
that's what I'm saying.
Um,
That's just came out. That just came out that they couldn't match the bullet. You know,
I don't know how
they were saying a 360.
reputable. I don't know how reputable this newspaper or the reporting is, but
The
by a
video,
reporter named Ryan Mincy.
yeah, the
So look
video
what they're
I
saying.
saw,
Lawyers
yeah.
were accused, lawyers who accused Charlie Kirk assassin. ATF couldn't conclusively connect the bullet or the rifle. Lawyers of Tyler Robinson, the man charged in connection with the shooting death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk on Friday, requested a 6-month delay for a court hearing scheduled in May to review evidence that suggests the bullet that killed Kirk did not match the rifle. Kirk, one of Turning Point USA's founders, was fatally shot in the neck while speaking at a rally at Utah Valley University. Death penalty for Robinson, 22 years old, who was charged with aggravated murder. He has not yet entered a plea. Robinson's lawyers wrote in a recent court filing to District Judge Tony Graff in Utah that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives was unable to identify the bullet recovered at autopsies to the rifle allegedly tied to Mr. Robinson. They added that the FBI is conducting tests, but neither has been completed. Again, until the defense receives the case files and protocols related to these analysis and has had them independently evaluated by its expert, they will not be in a position to assess the reliability of this evidence. If neither the state or the defense to decide, if either the state or the defense decides to proffer it, the defense team added.
Yeah, well,
It
here's what
said
I know about
that
Charlie
based on
Kirk.
what the final reports show, the defense may very well decide to offer the testimony of the ATF firearm analysis as exculpatory evidence. And exculpatory
The
means
kid's gonna
that
walk. The kid's gonna walk.
that's evidence that
He didn't do it.
they could get rid of. That's what,
Yeah, he didn't do it. He's gonna walk, and I've seen video where like Charlie Kirk's necklace blows up, like so whatever mic they put on him, it shot something into him, and the air pressure pushes the necklace that he's got on up in the air, and the autopsy just doesn't match. A odd 360 would take a moose down. If he got shot in the fucking neck with an odd 360, his head would have turned into a watermelon explosion, on live TV. And so, um, yeah.
yeah, but the rest of the article reads, Robinson's lawyers wrote that the analysis result could clear their client of blame at his preliminary hearing,
Okay. Yeah.
but
Well,
they need time to review the results of the completed testing. The defense team cited analysis are looking for microscopic markings left on the bullet as it passed through the gun's barrel, similar to fingerprints. So report. Robinson's lawyers, listen, this is the end of it. Robinson's lawyers also wrote that they need 60,000 data files.
I don't think it's coming through pretty good right now, but that's a good spot to
I hear you.
that's a good spot to leave off
I hear you. Yeah.
with all that right now. So every day new shit's coming out. We got things being leaked. I mean, I feel like if the pictures come out, more pictures come out with like little kids serving politicians, whatever, I don't know, doing whatever. Um, who knows? There still might be repercussions for the rich and the elite. But right now, it looks like they really want to blow this one under. I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's what makes it weird about Trump is he was like, I'm going to expose the Epstein files. And he's like, oh, we're still talking about he goes, the Epstein files were a hoax. And then he changed it to, we're still talking about the Epstein files like 3 days later. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're talking about kids being abused or eaten or whatever it is. Like, we're talking about some serious shit, dude. And yeah, I still believe the world that lizards have taken over the top positions in our government, and there's just no way I believe humans could be that dark and evil to like eat babies and fucking kill, torture people and shit. So, but what do I know? I've definitely been on the end of being fooled before. So, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad we touched base tonight. And yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another show, or the next day when some things build up, because I got to go to a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So
Okay.
and I got to finish doing the yard work for my parents, and it
So let's
just
close it. Let's close it out, and then I'll talk to you in the background real quick.
okay. Sounds good.
So,
Sounds good. So. Th-
yeah,
Thank you,
just
everybody. Thank you,
yep,
everybody, for tuning in. It's, God bless everybody, and
yep.
thank you, pops, for showing up, putting the work in, and I appreciate you. So
Yep. For crying out loud, come join us. Join
yeah,
us over here in crying out loud.
cry
You got
out
your
loud
you
with
got your boy
us.
Minnie.
Cry out loud with us,
Come on,
because
bro.
I mean that. I mean we're just getting into it. We're 4 episodes. I don't expect this thing to take off. At least till I don't expect us to be like perfect at it until like the 10th episode. So tune in for the
Yep.
next six more episodes and see and watch the progression. I already feel like
Yeah.
today was pretty smooth. What did you think, Pops, of tonight's
I
show?
think it went pretty smooth. I think it was pretty good.
Me
Yep.
too. Me too.
Join us.
So
Join us next time, folks.
join us next time. We'll get it at you. We're gonna figure this out, the technology part of it, and when we do, we're gonna be unstoppable. You know what I'm saying, Pops?
Yep. Peace
So,
and
all right.
blessings, and don't you dare go testing.